Hi guys, Andrea Spar here. This is my presentation on how oxygen binds to heme for Professor Bayo's class, Biochemistry Chem 330. Understanding hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the most important component of red blood cells. It is found in red blood cells and it is a protein molecule comprised of 4 subunits and 4 heme groups. These are responsible for carrying oxygen to all other tissues of the body. In the lungs, CO2 is switched out for O2 and transported to these tissues. The iron that is connected with the heme binds to oxygen, and because we have iron in our hemoglobin, this is why our blood is red. The structure of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a tetramer. The 4 globulin molecules hemoglobin is composed of are 2 alpha chains, 2 beta chains, which are the 4 heme molecules. And if you look at the photo to the right, I showed where the alpha and beta chains are and the iron and the heme. These chains are non-covalently bound to each other. Each polypeptide binds one molecule of heme, which contains the oxygen-binding iron atom. Oxygen and 2,3-BPG. Oxygen binding by pure hemoglobin compared with hemoglobin in the red blood cells. And this is the photo that you see to the right, and I got it out of the book on page 154. Pure hemoglobin binds more tightly than does hemoglobin in the red blood cells. This difference is due to the presence of 2,3-BPG, which is bisphosphoglycerate, in red blood cells. Oxygen affinity of purified hemoglobin is much greater than the hemoglobin found in red blood cells, so much that only 8% of the oxygen would be released to the tissues. This amount would be insufficient to support aerobic tissues, which basically we would not be able to survive. And this is caused by the difference of the allosteric regulator molecule 2,3-BPG. This compound is found in red blood cells at the same concentration as hemoglobin. Therefore, 2,3-BPG binds with hemoglobin, causing a reduction of its oxygen affinity so that 66% of the O2 is released instead of just the 8%. Transport of O2 and CO2 by hemoglobin. Loading and unloading of oxygen. The cooperative binding of oxygen allows hemoglobin to deliver oxygen to the tissues in response to relatively small changes in the partial pressure of the oxygen. This indicates that the PO2 in the alveoli of the lung and the capillaries of the tissues. CO2 is released from the hemoglobin and O2 binds to the hemoglobin in the lungs, and therefore it is transported to the tissues in the body that need the oxygen. The Bohr effect. Effect of pH on oxygen binding. Since carbon dioxide reacts with water to form carbonic acid, an increase in CO2 results in a decrease in blood pH, resulting in hemoglobin proteins releasing from their load of oxygen. Conversely, a decrease in carbon dioxide provokes an increase in pH, which results in hemoglobin picking up from more oxygen. And then the photo to the right shows where the O2 infinity increases and the O2 infinity decreases in the pH levels. Thank you all for watching my presentation. I look forward to the rest of the weeks that we have left in this class, and I look forward to watching your presentations as well. And then here's a little funny at the end just to get you through the rest of it.